Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tearing into the specs on a really interesting piece of hardware.
A tiny one.
Exactly. The AIDA Imaging HD-NDI-200. It's a full HD POV, or point of view camera.
Right, and it's built for these environments where you need broadcast quality,
Right.
but you just don't have the space for a big setup.
Yeah.
Think, education, medical, that sort of thing.
But the key feature, the thing that really grabs you, is its output.
Yeah, this is the headline. It can deliver up to 1080p 60 simultaneously through IP, NDI, and a local HDMI video preview.
That triple output, it sounds almost like engineering overkill. Is that for redundancy?
It's actually the opposite. It's for distinct pipeline needs. Imagine you're streaming to YouTube with the IP output,
Okay.
while feeding a local broadcast switcher with that super low latency NDI signal, and then you're using the HDMI just for an on-site monitor to check your shot.
So 3 different jobs from one little box?
Exactly.
That efficiency theme seems to carry through to the connectivity, too. I mean, both IP and NDI run over a single RJ45 cable.
Which simplifies setup massively. And it's worth noting that NDI isn't on by default. You have to switch it on in the web's UI.
Right. And what about that NDI standard? It's NDI HX2, correct?
It is. And for anyone who isn't super technical, that's crucial. It's the bidirectional protocol that's designed for real-time broadcast quality video with very low latency. It's what professional systems use.
So the video pipeline is solid. What about audio? It's just using a standard 3.5 millimeter input.
It is, and the audio gets embedded cleanly into the IP and NDI signals.
Okay, but hang on. Does that mean the HDMI port is video only?
It is, and that's a really important limitation to be aware of.
So if you need to quickly monitor audio from that local port, you can't.
Nope. That HDMI is purely for a visual preview, a confidence monitor. You'd need a different way to check your audio upstream.
Got it. Let's connect this back to that single cable idea then. The power scheme is just as streamlined.
It is. You can use a standard 12 VDC supply or, and this is the big one, PoE plus T8.
Power over Ethernet.
Specifically, the IEEE 802's 0.3 AT standard. That's important because it guarantees you have enough power to run the camera and handle all that NDI processing over the very same network cable.
That one cord for power and signal just opens up so many placement options, especially since the camera is, what, about 2 by 5 inches?
Tiny. And it comes with a CCS lens mount, which means you're not stuck with the 4mm lens it comes with.
You can swap in specialized glass.
For whatever shot you need. Plus, control is pretty robust. You've got the primary settings in the web UI.
Like switching on NDI.
Right. But there's also an included Heroes breakout cable. That gives you access to things like RS-485 serial control, which is essential for plugging this into older, larger control systems.
And just to round out the specs, it's a 12.8-inch CMOS sensor, 1920 by 1080 effective pixels, and the low light performance is actually impressive.
Yeah, down to 0.01 lux. It's clearly built for those unpredictable POV shots where lighting isn't perfect.
All right, let's pivot to the logistics, the price. Our sources put it at $515.
Which is interesting on its own, but there's a catch.
Right. AIDA has already factored a 15% tariff into that price, and that's been in effect since October 9, 2025.
So they're being transparent about it, no hidden costs, and they add a few other benefits to the purchase.
Like free shipping in the USA and a 2-year warranty.
And, this is a big deal for pros, it ships with the latest firmware already installed. So you're not spending your first hour doing updates.
So the takeaway here seems to be that the HD-NDI-200 is a high-flexibility miniature workhorse.
It really is. It simplifies these complex video pipelines down to basically a single network cable.
Exactly.
And that raises a final thought for you to chew on. Given that it supports PoE Plus and delivers NDI and IP over one cord,
Yeah.
just imagine the installation possibilities that opens up. You can put this camera literally anywhere you can run a network cable.
Yeah.
On a ceiling, tucked in a corner.
Yeah.
How does true power and signal over one cord fundamentally change the geometry of your most complex broadcast setups? That's the real game changer here.